Welcome to the Brett Beard Show, sponsored by James Restaurant. I'm your host, Chase Gordon. With me, as always, Coach Beard. Coach, how you feeling today?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Coach, not how we expected the season to go, but overall it was a great season. Going 8-2, getting a number on the wall. How proud of you of this group and what they've accomplished?
Yeah, only one team finishes the year happy. I mean, we've talked about that. It's a tough deal. I mean, that's what the playoffs are about. The best teams have to play, and everybody. You get into it, you throw those numbers out, and only one team finishes happy, and the other, you can't be down or get down about what we've accomplished or where we've been because of that last loss. You got to look at the complete. You can't look at the sample. You got to look at the entire process and the entire sample size. And really proud of the way we finished up. The seniors that started with us and the growth they've had and the ups and downs. They had a goal to put a number on the wall, and they did just that with the district championship. Had the highest seed, I guess, in the history of Livingston Parish and the 5A teams in the PowerPoint League. With a 4 seed. Drew a bye, which I'm not crazy about. You know how I feel about byes, but we drew a bye and kind of got our feet underneath us and ran into a really good football team that's been there and done that, and we're trying to get to where they are. But to become a giant, you got to slay the giants, and that's where we're at. We got to figure out a way to get over that hump. But really couldn't be more proud of this team. They did set some records offensively this year. We had a lot of fun. You're looking at 2-2 and staring down a different barrel right there, and things could have gone a different direction in a bunch of different ways. You had a situation at EA that kind of brought us together, and you had guys that couldn't play the next week, and there's a lot of ways this thing could have gone, but the way you stuck together and fought for each other and took care of each other, you saw a big turnaround, and it was a lot of fun and really something special to be a part of and special to watch. So I couldn't be more proud of the way we handled this season. Yeah, we all wanted it to be different, and I get it. I wasn't ready for it to end. I love these seniors and this group of guys and where we've gotten to with them. But all good things do come to an end when it's athletics. Whether you win or lose the last game, it comes to an end. You start all over. And but really proud, really happy where the program's at, and I hope everybody else is too. And really proud of Denham Springs. And I think we're relevant again, and it means something.
Sure. Let's get into some of the live action highlights from Denham Springs versus Zachary. Jackets take the field right here, and it's white, purple, white. Haven't really seen that white, purple, white. How do you feel about that?
That's my favorite look. It's sleek, it's classic, it's got all our colors, the new field house in the background. I mean, this is my favorite look, and what I think when we look at Denham Springs football, this is what I want people to think.
Broncos ball right here. Those it to number 27, looks like it. Miss hit, but come down and hit right here by the middle linebacker, number 7, K now. What a good hit right here. Broncos ball once again, they sit back the pass. Ball's in the air. Going towards the end zone is complete right here, number 1 for a touchdown to make the score. 7-0. Coach, how big it's going to be to, watch coverage right here?
Yeah, I mean, you going into this game, 1-4-9, you know where they're at. The running game is scary that Zachary has, so you've got to defend all field. And, you can't have mental bust. And when 1-4-9 get behind you or you have a bust, this is what happens, man. Big-time players make big-time plays, and they did just that. And they caught us. Good for them. Great play call and getting one out in space.
Jackets ball. Goldman tries to run, but he's brought down right here by the Broncos. Offense got to keep it in the game, keep fighting. Third down here for the Broncos. Quarterback steps back to pass. Almost picked off by number 8, Angel Miro, but number 4 picks it up. See Quentin Clay's trying to get down there to get him in. With a little bit of help from Trina McFarland, he gets him out. 4th down right here. Hand it off to the running back. He flows towards the outside and finds his way in the end zone. Coach, you just talked about the running back, how big it's going to be, not only be able to watch for pass, but be able to watch for run plays.
Yeah, you have to be really disciplined. You got to cover every gap. You got to cover all, almost all cylinders of the field when you got, dual threat with passing attacks and 2 running backs like that, and a quarterback that can manage the game as good as anybody we saw all year. Again, you got to be sound, and we weren't. We gave up the edge, and they were able to take advantage of it.
Yes, sir. Defense got to, once again, another side of the ball, they got to come out and not be afraid to play. Jackets ball. Goldman decides he wanted to move around the pocket. It's like he lose control of the ball right here and he's recovered by the Broncos. Haven't really seen too much out of him like this. I still don't bat an eye. I feel like he's just going to come out and play his game of football.
Definitely.
Broncos ball, step back to pass. Those are towards the end zone, and it's caught right here. Coach, how big it would have been for us to, maybe swat this down a little bit?
Yeah, they took a shot right after a big play, which is, in that position on the field, which is you kind of saw it coming. And, again, you look at these receivers. This one in particular is a really good player. We were there. The kid just went up over the top of it. Dylan's right there in position. The kid just went up and over the top and made the play. I mean, we knew four going into it as a special player too. Like we knew we were going to have to work to keep him contained, and he made the big play.
This right here made the score 20-0. Jackie's ball. Goldman wants to throw it to his number 6, Trey Seals. Almost loses balance, but he's still moving. Running, getting a nice run right here up the side. Later hit out of bounds right there. But a good run by him. Just a junior, still got another year ahead of him.
Yep, big play by 6.
Jackie's ball. Goldman to Hayden Ray right here. He makes a good run, pushing big boy pushing through. Getting right here near looks like the 30-yard line. Hands off to Brendan Paul, running through the outside, and score right here for a touchdown. Coach, just quick right here, quick plays, getting closer and closer. How big it's going to be for us to continue to do this rest of the game.
Yeah, the big thing is you got to rewind. We finally finished in the red zone. We'd already been stopped at this point, and these things right here, a lot of times to win football games at this level, and 5 in Louisiana, you got to win first down, you got to finish in the red zone. And that had reared its head against us. This one we were able to finish, and Brenton Paul's a special player, and we finally got a chance to get it blocked up and him get in. And you just got to continue to build off this momentum and roll. We got to get a stop. We're chasing points at this point, so we got to get a stop. We got to keep going. And we had chances right here.
Mid scored 20-7. Broncos ball, throws it right here to number 85, but brought down by number 8, Angel Miller. Another big time player right here for
big third down stop.
Jackie's ball handed off to Brendan Paul, making a good explosive run forward. He's moving. He's going to run all the way up for a touchdown. Coach, you see Brendan Paul doing stuff like this. How happy are you for him?
Oh man, I love this. I love this kid because I know what this kid's been through to get to where he's at, and I know how he wanted to produce and was able to finally show everybody what he's capable of doing. And I tell you, I think the kid, somebody's missing on a big time college football player right here because of what he loves the game. And he can run. He's everything you want, and he can do it all. And he shows it right here, running away from. Not many people just run away from Zachary, and he's proven that he's got some game speed. So I hopefully some college guys look at this and say we need this kid because he's a winner and will help anybody at that next level.
That's right here makes the score 20-14.
And we got a little momentum right here. This is what we needed.
Yes, sir. See, he's excited. Broncos ball. Throws it towards the sideline, number 1. He's making a good run right up the side. Gets out of a tackle, a little power, but defense still going at him, and they get him out of bounds right there. Broncos ball, hands it right here to the running back, brought down here by number 8, Angel Murrow, making a big time stop. 4th down here for the Broncos. Go for the kick. The kick's good, makes the score 23-14. Broncos ball once again, hands it off. Running back and find room up the middle. He's running it all the way up, and he's going to find his way in his zone. Coach, what do you think made it wrong?
They made a big time play at a critical time. We've got a little life right here. Getting close to the half. We tried to get a little stingy and try to get some more points and make some waves before we give the ball back. They're just trying to run it out, and they break the big run and make the big play. And that was a tough blow right there that we had to overcome going into half right here. But again, it's Zachary. They're going to make these plays. We know that. You got to weather it, but you got to give it back to them, and you got to try to negate the big play, and that's what we did not do that night.
Offense got the ball right here. Fakes the handoff. Tassi wanted to throw it right here. Pass completes number 24, Jalen Williams. He makes a good run right here. Put the Jackets deep in the red zone once again. Just a sophomore. He continued to make his way up in the
Kid's gonna be a freak.
Hands off Brendan Paul, but he's later brought down him back to the field. Offense in the red zone got a score. Looks like Darren Wildcat flicks it to number 4, Tanner Kerner. Doesn't make a good run. He's down right here. Blocked the field goal right here.
Yep. Another red zone stop.
Red zone stop. Coach, what maybe went wrong right here, or what could have been better?
Oh, look, the snap was good, the hold was good. We're just a little slow coming off that edge. You're on the right hash. He's got to speed it up a little bit, because they have angles. You just got to speed it up. You got to know that, and that's all part of it. And we hadn't kicked from the hash a whole lot this year. Hadn't had to, because we finished drives and we struggled in the red zone.
Broncos ball handed off to the running back, but man the backfield by number 8, Angel Miller. They hear his name a lot this game right here.
kid's a special player. He's likely going to be a player at the next level.
4th down stop right there. And those are right here to number 6, Brandon Seals. Look at him making a good run again. Receivers blocking down the field, which I always like. You know, just good right here for the team and the offense. Hands it off to Brendan Paul. We know he fakes it and just picked off right here, passed it for Trey Seals. Offense still going to come out and play the game. I still don't bat an eye right here. You know, Coach, what could have been done different?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're trying to make plays. You have it set up. You know, it is what it is. It was an underthrown ball, and the kid made a great play by the corner. You know, it is what it is. I mean, those kids, they made plays that night, and we did not. I mean, there's a reason they've been where they are for the last decade, and you know, we're working to get there. Fieldhouse looks good, though.
Oh, yes, it does. I can't wait to go in there.
Yep.
Broncos the ball. Step back to pass. Ball's in the air. Just complete the number 1. And look like he is brought down here by number 18, Quentin Foot. 4th down right here for the Broncos. Go for the punt. Cornerback to receive it. He looked like get hold of the drop to it again right here, but it's recovered by the Broncos. We haven't really seen much out of this. Something like this happen. Hands it off to running back, makes room through the pile, and runs it right here for a touchdown. You know, Coach, what could have been done differently, or you know, by maybe D-line or middle linebacker?
Well, I mean, this was a gift. I mean, this was a gift. I mean, you know, our return guy, Tanner Kerner, special, trying to make a play. Sucks, but you don't fault him for it. He's a ball player trying to make a ball play. You know, make a play. It was a screw up, a little hiccup. They gave him a good field position. They punched him in.
Jackie's ball's in the air, going for number 6. Plays his breeze, runs out of bounds with it. Look at him flying around, getting to the ball. Number 1, John Goldman back to pass once again to complete the right to once again Trey Seals. You know, Coach, last year you saw a lot of him. You know, this year you saw a lot of him. I just wonder what we have in store for him next year.
Yeah, really excited to see what Trey becomes. With another off season and bulk him up, and you know, he'll continue to get stronger and faster and just become a better player, better route runner. You know, we got a couple of quarterbacks that we're excited about, and a young one we're really excited about, and you just got to get him the ball and let Trey go to work. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch what kind of year he has, and you know, really excited after another year's growth and offseason to see what he becomes.
The mid scored 37-21. Joseph Harrell set back the kick, return right here, but picked up right here by number 6 for the Broncos, but he's brought down by the Jackets. Broncos the ball, quarterback fakes the handoff. Well, he gives the handoff to number 28. He runs it up right here for a touchdown, maybe score 21-44. Broncos have the lead right here. Jackets ball. Golden looks for someone to pass, tries to move around, but he's brought down right here. You know, Coach, you got to get that much faster start. You know, I haven't really been seeing a slow start like this. You know, and keep the momentum when we have the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, look, we were rewarded with a bye, and you know, got healthy, got fast. You know, but it did just kind of shook our rhythm a little bit. We kind of reverted back to some of the things we did early in the year. And you know, again, you know, one game does not measure the success this team had. It's a sample size of something that's bigger than that. And again, really proud of the way our kids played, the way y'all played, and what an amazing year. A lot of fun to be a part of, and yeah, I couldn't be more proud of where the program's at as we continue to move forward.
Yes, sir. Final score once again was 44-21. Zachary wins. Stats: DeJon Goldman 24 for 43 passing, 396 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Brendan Paul 6 carries, 64 yards, 2 touchdowns. Trey Seals 7 receptions, 138 yards, 1 touchdown. You know, Coach, saw a lot of Angel Miro this game. You know, how big is he? You know, I saw offers coming in for him left and right, basically. You know, how excited are you to see for him go on and play college ball?
Oh yeah, look, Angel fell into our lap from a kid from Oakdale that you know, that just kind of they fell into us, and what a joy and pleasure to have that kid. He fell right in, bought into our standard. You know, he played little smaller A football in the state, and really I thought he grew and had a chance to shine and prove how good he really was. And I tell you what, he blew me away every week. He got better every week, and you know, because of it, his length and everything else. He reminds me a lot of Deshaun. We just didn't have him for 4 years, and you know, we think if we did, it could have been a totally different animal. But the kid came in, bought in, was a huge asset in the locker room, and was a great player for us. And the kid's deserving of everything he gets. He's also a big-time student. He's got an amazing ACT score with a 4.0 GPA, and really everything you want. So really excited to have him be a part of this program, and then excited to let him move on and share what our program has done.
Yes, sir. Coach, from your perspective, through the ups and downs this season, watching from the sideline, watching in the weight room and practices, what was the big picture you say for the team right here?
Well, I thought the seniors did a really good job of making a true commitment to the standard in the program. We've had some groups come through here that, I wish I'd had a better grasp on where they were at when they left us. But I really think these guys here were completely all in and making the best choices for the program, whether they were there in the field house, on the field, or away from the field house. I thought because of those seniors that you really grew up, and because of it, you had a lot of success, man. You were rewarded. The ups and downs are natural, man. I love this job. I freaking love 15, 16, 17-year-old kids and trying to get you to do things nobody thought you could do. And you did them again this year. What a huge success this year was. No, we wanted more. I mean, I'm not naive to that. I want more. But, sometimes you got to step back and remind yourself of what we're doing and why we're doing it. And this is just another piece of the process. And, really excited that this senior group came in as freshmen, and this program is better than it was when you got here. And that is the ultimate job or ultimate question that I have for every group is, how are you going to leave this when you leave, and leave with no regret? And I can honestly say that this group is leaving with no regret, and it's a lot better program because of them. And I couldn't be more appreciative, and I had more fun, ups and downs. I had more fun with this group and watching them grow up than a lot of groups I've had. Just not taking away from other groups. This group was just different. 41 seniors is a lot. That's a lot. So, there was a lot of growth and a lot of roller coaster rides and all kinds of fun and crazy things. And I wouldn't ask to do it with another group of kids than those 41 and the rest of you.
Yes, sir. With them 41 came a lot of leadership. On and off the field, you don't have a ride to practice. Well, hey, I got you.
Yep.
How big is it for them showing this leadership to teach us juniors that's coming up in the program to be seniors, to carry on what they had, and for the sophomores to carry it on to, the next people to come up? How is that going to shape the change of the program?
Yeah, the number will go on the wall with 25, and they'll be remembered for that. But what they're truly going to be remembered for is how we're going to look at it and the legacy they left behind, and to see if that continues. You guys now they've got to pass the torch. You now have to take what they did, learn from it like they did the group before them. How are you going to elevate it? How are you going to grow it? And then, learn from what they did and make these young guys elevate to y'all's standard, which is our standard. And when a locker room is policing itself, and when you guys take care of each other away from the field house, that's when this thing it just gets beautiful. It's fun to watch. You'll see it blossom. You'll see it blow up. You'll see it grow. And I hope you learn that from these seniors, that where you've got to go is take what you learn from them, and then how are you as a group going to elevate it? And that's what I'm excited to see. I want to see what the legacy left behind with y'all is going to be, and what it's going to turn out to be.
But Coach, big freshman class. They went undefeated. With 41 seniors, how big is for them to come in this off season, really lock in, because there's a lot of spots to be filled.
Yeah, we've kind of been in a cycle here since I've been here. If you've watched, in my first year, played a lot of sophomores, took some butt whippings, took a lot of learning, only to get to the second round the next year, only to get to the quarters the next, and then graduated a big senior class, and kind of the same rotation here. I don't know the fall off will be as big as it's been the last two times we've dealt with this situation, because I think there's some classes here now starting to stack that are a good size number with the right blend of players, with the right bigs and skill blend, and it's really what you need, and it kind of fit. The different pieces come with every group, and it looks like this group is going to fit. We are going to take a step back as far as being youthful, but that doesn't necessarily mean the step back is in worse football or anything like that. We just got to do a better job of getting you prepared to play and getting young guys to play. They're going to come in. That group's going to come in with a lot of confidence because they were undefeated, and they want your job, and they want to take all your jobs. And that's what we're pressing that, because in the dog eat dog world, man, we're competitors. And iron sharpens iron. If that's a freshman class becoming sophomores that want all your jobs, that can take your job, well, either you're going to elevate or you're going to get passed up. So really excited to see the dynamic of what we have next year, because I do think we got a right blend of these three classes coming together with some great leadership, and with the legacy left behind with these 41. I really think you guys as a senior group really have a chance to be special and continue to grow this.
Yes, sir. You know, Coach, we changed our the way we prepared this year.
Yep.
You know, how do you feel about No Sweat Wednesday now as we done came to the end of the season? Because I know I like it, get that little break right there in the middle of the week, then come back, get ready, gear up for practice, then all for 8 periods of practice that Thursday and come out and play that Friday.
Yeah, you know, I can buy into research. I can buy into other people's stories with their success. Like I'm not so old school and set in my ways that this is how we're going to do it and I'm never going to change. My big thing is I talk to you. You know, I want you to tell me. I mean, the thing is I can answer that question, but I would much rather y'all answer that question, because at the end of the day, if we went in every Friday night or every game night feeling really good, and we were healthy, then we were practicing the right way. Because I think we were prepared every week. I think y'all and our coaches did a phenomenal job getting you prepared. And I think because of it, really we got faster as the year got better. As the year went on, we got stronger. It was kind of funny the way the year played out. We had some games where we didn't have to play 4 quarters. So thank God Santa Ma came in and played us for 4 week 10, so we could remember what that's like to play 48 minutes. So it's really just been a wild year. And I think a lot of it has to do with the way you prepared, the way we practiced, but the way you prepared. And because of it, I think we'll continue to stick with it if the feedback from y'all is where I think it's going to be.
Thank you for tuning into this season of the Brett Beard Show. I'm your host, Chase Gordon, alongside with me is Brett Beard. And we also had Bo Davi, one of our other hosts of the show this season. We thank you for all the support. You know, Coach, what do you guys say to the fans?
I tell you what, man, you guys did an awesome job this year. The way you started, you were really rough. Bo was amazing. You almost caught Bo a couple times, but really excited to have y'all back again next year. Really thank you. I want to thank all our support, all of our sponsors. We've got some amazing people in this community. Please continue to stick with our kids, fight with our kids, and fight with us. And I'm going to tell you what, we're going to continue to try to make you proud and continue to build this program. And we want to make you proud. So we're going to continue. And thank you for everything. Your DSTV, these kids get to do a phenomenal job. And this show is getting better every year because of the kids. And Mr. John Lombardi.
Once again, thank you, Coach, and thank you to the fans. We'll see you guys next year.
The theme is Fight Night. See you there.
Cut! Boom! Chase! Where you at, Chase? Come on, Chase, your turn. Let's see how long it's going to take. Come on, Chase, sit down. Let's see your outro. You don't want that smoke, huh? You don't want that smoke, do you, Chase?
You can catch the Jackets this Friday at Jacket Stadium, 7 o'clock kickoff to go against the Woodlawn Panthers. We'll be happy to see you there.
And thank you to James Restaurant, big time sponsor for us.
James Restaurant.
Try that one more time.
Ah!
Didn't finish.
Oh, and then I tried to save it, and then you echoed me, making it look even dumber. I saved you, dude.
Kane Ray got stuffed in the one.
I freaking saved you, bro.
Yes, bro.
All right, let's try it one more time and see if we can get it.
I'm going to say it, put it on camera. This might be the best ever so far. I don't want to put any pressure. Kate made me cuss. I'm fired up right now. My God.
Got a whip central. That's all I'm going to say. Perfect. Great job.
Woo!
1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Good.
All you say is 1, 2, 3.
Hey, get it quiet.
So I'm not looking at you. I'm going off of you.
Yeah, Jackets take the road next week as they travel to Live Oak for a 7 o'clock.
Start over this week.
This week. Thursday night.
Good today.
Hey, man, great job. You can start over because
Yep.
you've already asked me that.
Yep.
I'm great today, though. Thank you for asking me again. Fired up
What do you
about
mean?
Live
What
Oak,
do you
and I love
mean?
that.
We got to redo the outro.
Yeah,
All right.
redo the outro.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Attaboy, Shane.
Dang.
Get up,
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
The Jackets are at home again this week against
Prairieville. Boom. Chase. God.